January 8th, 2022. It's a Saturday. And I think yesterday it would have been Sean Stricklan released, or footage of Sean Stricklan was released, I should say. I don't know who released the footage of Sean Stricklan knocking this seemingly older dude the fuck out. Pretty sure he had gray, right guys? He had gray in his beard. I think he had a beard, maybe a mohawk. But I definitely recall seeing some gray. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure he had a cut off shirt on. It almost looked like one of those what is the brand from like Target, like G&G? It has the 2 G's for the logo. I don't know, man. Look, if you step in to a sparring session, you have to be willing to accept what comes with that. My example I could give you guys is if you look a couple videos below this one, you'll see it says 17-year-old beats up 22-year-old. I'm actually in the gold shorts in that video. I believe I'm wearing gold shorts, black sweater. I'm 22 about at the time, and the kid is 17 about at the time. And I rewatched that video, and I'm like, you know, did he necessarily quote unquote beat me up? I wouldn't say that, but he definitely he walked me down the entire sparring round. He punched me in my face several times with the same punch that I couldn't somehow calculate further into the round. And at that boxing gym, there was a couple studs. There's this 2 kids specifically. One dude from South Buffalo. To this day, 2022, you'll probably see him walking up and down. It would be Abbott Road. You'll see him walking up and down Abbott Road in the South Buffalo area to this day. Mark something is his name. Tough motherfucking kid, yo. Tough fucking kid. Built, you know, like a tough kid. Has the mentality of a tough kid, and gets in the ring and throws his hands like a tough kid. Takes a punch like a tough kid. There was one time at that gym of the video I was referring to with me and the 17-year-old, where this kid Mark from South Buffalo was sparring a local Lackawanna Golden Glove multiple time over champion. The kid must have been a couple years older than us. I forget his name, but I have a boxing, my father has a boxing poster of him on there. It's like a local legend in Buffalo. Dude from Lackawanna, trained out of the Lackawanna boxing gym. I'm pretty sure homeboy from Lackawanna boxing gym, what's his name? I fucking forget his name right now. At the time, the trainer. It's right across the street from the Basilica, famous in Lackawanna. It was one of his the kids who trains at his gym, and he represented that kid in his fights. Was in his corner. And they went at it, Mark and this Golden Glove champ. And I was watching this fucking sparring, and I was like, dude, this is something I would pay. This is some pay-per-view level shit. Keep in mind, the kid Mark had several amateur fights. And so these are 2 dudes who have been boxing for some years at a higher local level, and were fucking slugging it out. Like Diego Sanchez and Clay Guida in their first round of their original fight. I was like, whoa, in that Lackawanna boxing gym. And so I remember maybe a couple days passed, I think, or something, and Mark comes in and he asked me, yo, you want to spar? And I was like, look, bro, we could go at it, but you're not about to treat me the way you treated that other dude. I was like, you know, you're gonna take it. I told him, man, yeah, man, I'm a hoe for this. I told him, you know, you got to take it easy on me, bro. You're not about to hit me that hard. You know, and I have the training footage. I'll release that footage too if you guys want to see it, one round. I think I went 2 or 3 with him, but I got 1 round recorded. So look, if you go into a gym, first and foremost, get experience with gyms. Go to a gym, tell them you want to train with that. Look, man, I hate to fucking say this, dude, and I really don't even really want to promote this right now. Sometimes you might have to lie. Martial arts gyms are very weird. Martial arts trainers are very weird. Not all of them, a lot of them, most of them, the majority, especially back in the day. But the boxing community is very weird. You walk into a boxing gym and it's almost like predatory. What do you call, like scavengers, and they see you walk in and you're just fucking, you know, you're a dead carcass and they're just waiting to fucking pounce on you or whatever. And that's, you know, the same if you go into like a kung fu dojo. You know, back in the day it was very much so like my sensei could beat up your sensei type shit. My dad will beat up your dad. And so like even I noticed this personally even in the jiu-jitsu gyms. Very laid back atmosphere, but at the same time a clear gym representation, you know, pride. A clear, prideful gym representation to where like you're either a part of us or you're not. And I guess that's just life, so it carries over into martial arts. But what I'm trying to say here is, if you like, get your experience. Go tell them, yo, I want to train here for a couple months, see how I like it. And even if you love it there, go try out another gym, man. It gets difficult at that point. You start to grow relationships and shit. But point is like, you want to see how these gyms operate. I think American Top Team had a bad reputation for allowing kind of like civilians to come train with like a John Jones, and John Jones just kind of beats the brakes off of these people, extremely unexperienced, and they just kind of throw them to the wolves. Or furthermore, like one of the jiu-jitsu gyms that I belong to, it was just, you know, they would show one technique, which is very different from like Gracie combative jiu-jitsu gyms, but they would show one technique and then you'd free roll the rest of the class. And sometimes you know, a big fucking stud would come up to you, you'd go, you know, unexperienced, you'd say, yeah, sure, man, we could roll, and he'll fucking beat the brakes off of you, man. He'll fucking break your fingers and shit. So it's like, you have to be careful in these gyms. And if you agree to spar with somebody, if you agree to work with somebody, you have to be willing to accept what that comes with. So look, Sean Stricklan knocked this dude the fuck out. I don't know if the dude said before that, yo, Sean, take it easy on me. This is my fucking, I've only been training for 6 months. You've been doing this for 6 years. I just want to work on my jabs. Maybe he just went in. Sean was like, yo, you want to spar? He's like, yeah, sure. They touched gloves and started going at it. And that's what I'm telling you. At that point, you accept that responsibility. I went in with Mark, this local stud, who, at the end of the day, man, when I look back and I watch the footage, it's like, bro, I'm such a pussy, bro. Like, I could have really, you have to, in boxing, you kind of have to be willing to get hit. You know what I mean? To throw, even Mayweather gets hit. Not a lot, but he gets hit too. And so I guess I was a little bit afraid of that. You know, you box for a couple weeks, you start to get these migraines and shit. But looking back, I was like, man, I should have just went toe to toe with him, bro. At least for the respect of for myself and for him, dude, to be asking him to take it easy on me. But I did. I said, yo, dude, I want to work very light. And if he would have excelled into a point that I got uncomfortable, I would have stopped. Whatever that incurs, get out of the ring, tap my glove onto the mat. We don't do that in the boxing gym, but I'd get right out of the ring, bro. If I have to get out of the gym altogether, I'll get out of the fucking gym. You get out of that situation. But this dude was going at it with Sean Stricklan, clearly didn't look very experienced. Sean is starting to gain this reputation of like the local monster that will fight Francis Ngannou and shit. I don't know, man. It's hard to say, dude. I don't like seeing that shit. I know that, but at the same time, like, I might feel differently in a couple of weeks. I might feel differently tomorrow about it. But there's something uncomfortable about watching that, where it's like, fuck, dude, what is wrong with you, Sean Stricklan? Come on, bro. But then there's another part where it's like, well, you know, the dude accepted, you know, the challenge and the offer to work with you. So I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about it, and we'll go from there, man. Peace.